Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the Grapevine 707 state qualifying tournament here at the head coach of the Newman Smith Trojans, Coach Robert Boone. Coach, you've been at Newman Smith for 2 years now, and this is the first time I've gotten to chat with you. And we talked all the time when you were at Estacado and McKinney, right? So it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I'm glad to finally get back on with you and represent, talk about a little bit of Trojan Nation and the land and what we got cooking going into year 3. I'm really excited about it.
You guys have a lot back. You guys have a good core coming back. You guys had some success last year. I know you didn't quite get to where you wanted to go last year, but and talking off camera about that, you guys didn't make the playoffs. Has that kind of this off season been something, a motivating factor for you guys? Talking about, hey, we got that extra rep. We got to run that extra 100-yard dash. We got to do the little things to try to get over the hump, right? Yeah,
it's been a humbling experience. I've valued the word process way more since I've been afforded this job, and having to really build a culture and teach them how to win first. And so we've taken a lot of baby steps. We've knocked at the door twice in the process of the rebuild of getting into the playoffs. And so I use all of our losses as opportunities to learn, and I embed it into our off season, and I always reference those small mistakes and those things that can get us over the hump. And so yeah, that's something that's been a focus. We've been preaching and believing and being a playoff team and being successful, and so I keep that in the forefront of my players and coaches' minds.
All right, now today here during 7-on-7, we know it's not real football. The big boys aren't out there with the pads, and we all love the big guys in the trenches. But for you, I know you're competitive. I know you want to see your kids win and possibly lock up a trip to state 7-on-7. What do you want to see out of your guys today when they're competing?
Yeah, I just been telling the guys that really the focus is more on us and executing what we're wanting to do offensively and defensively. I tell the guys not to get too wrapped up in wins and losses, although, yes, we want to win in everything that we do. But I think just ultimately coming out here and competing against really good teams is going to get us better. But obviously we want to do some first around here, and Newman Smith hasn't been really heavily involved in SQTs and 7-on-7s, and so it'll be great experience for our players and coaches to get a trip, punch a ticket down to College Station.
All right, now you guys wrapped up spring ball a few weeks ago. From your perspective, your coaching staff's perspective, what did you guys want to get accomplished out of spring? Did you get it accomplished? And most importantly, did you guys get out of that thing healthy?
Well, like you said earlier, we returned quite a bit of kids. I believe we returned 19 starters. And so I know a lot about our guys that are going to make plays. And so what I really wanted to do is I just wanted to dig deeper into our scheme and our playbook and start to advance our systems a little bit more. But I was a little bit more physical and harder on the younger guys. We have some young pieces. And so I think spring ball is just always about kind of figuring out exactly what kind of team you have. And my focus was a lot more on our depth and getting those guys some reps, but also just keeping our GoDaddies healthy.
Never have too much depth, right?
That's right, definitely.
All right, Coach, looking ahead to 2023, I know the goal is to not only get into the playoffs, but maybe make some noise when you're there. What do the Newman Smith Trojans need to do in 2023 to take that step? If there's one thing you guys need to get right, what do you need to get right?
Well, I think the one thing that we need to do is we got to focus on playing a really clean game every time we're out there. If we play good disciplined football, meaning holding back on the penalties and taking care of the football, I believe we're explosive enough to play with anybody that's on our schedule. But the one thing we don't want to do is shoot ourselves in the foot and make it more difficult. But I would be really pleased to see us play really good disciplined football and just give ourselves a chance every single time and see how special we can be.
You've been a part of some teams that made deep playoff runs as an assistant coach, as a player there at Allen. Is it the little thing? Those are the things that separate the great teams from the good teams, right? It's those little things, right?
Yes, it's always the little things, and it's. I was privileged enough to experience that as a player, the nuts and bolts of what it really takes as a player at Allen, as a coordinator at Estacado and McKinney High. Those things, you always hear the little things all the time. And yes, we were talented, but we took pride in everything behind the scenes, and that's what allowed us to shine, our talents to shine and go as far as I've experienced in my playing and coaching career.
All right, Coach, I'll let you get to watching your kids. Enjoy watching your kids compete today. Appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas, and good luck in 2023.
Yes, sir, and thank you for what you do for Texas high school football, and be on the lookout for the green and gold Trojan Nation.